I hope everybody's having a blessed Sunday. I got a lot of rest, so I'm happy for that. And we move on, we move forward, onwards and upwards. Now, Morant went public after my live stream yesterday and said he take full responsibilities for his actions and he's going to take some time away to get some help. He deleted his social media accounts and he apologized to the Grizzly fans, his parents, his everybody, his sponsors, as reality has set in. Mr. Hood, you don't seem to understand why I'm saying I'm upset with Morant. You just jumped the gun. Now, I'm upset with Morant for one reason and one reason only. I'm upset with Morant because of an Instagram video he made 2 days ago. That's why I'm upset with Morant. Because you know they're coming for your character and doing this job of trying to rip you apart because they want to put you where they want to put you. But they want you to walk the way they want you to walk, talk the way they want you to talk, and say all those different things they want you to say. Now, making that video, now it just basically says you're guilty to everything else that they just said about you. That was complete BS. And who that was the first people you saw couldn't wait to come in and tear this man to shreds. You gave them the ammunition they need for sellout number one and sellout number two. Sellout number one, sellout number two, to come right on the screen and rip you apart on television. That's what I'm upset with Ja about. That whole basketball stuff with the kid and all that crap, somebody messing with his mama in the mall, I ain't mad at that at all. That ain't got me mad at one bit, because I think Morant was in the right. Just the steps he took to handle it was wrong. And people are going to come challenge him. They're going to do stupid stuff. But you give ammunition to these clowns. This clown here has been doing it for years. He's been on the old school Steven. And he done bred it. He sees somebody just like a younger version of him, he gravitate right to. Go get this clown and put him there. And hopefully this clown can influence this brother right here one day to take that step. Even though he's conflicted, holding on to his brotherism, we gonna work on him. This is like the Emperor right here, and this Darth Vader. And we gotta get Skywalker. Skywalker gotta come around. Skywalker, we gotta bring him in on the team. He would be a great asset. Oh, I could get him. Oh, don't worry. Oh, he gonna be with one of us by the time it's done. Yeah, we gonna get Skywalker. I don't know about all this. This look a little bit far, man. I mean, y'all kind of going hard on Ja. No, you'll get over it, man. Come on, you know he's wrong. So the IG video, see, Greening them, they not finna say nothing stupid. They're on the show to make sure these people say something stupid. Greening them gonna say, hey man, look, I don't need nobody coming down on me. I need to get my check and have no conflict with anybody in the world. Me too. Well, let's look at him and make sure he says the right stuff. Go ahead. And I'm here to oversee it. I'm the grand master of hating and tearing us down. And young Skywalker, you still holding on to the flame. So this is why I was upset with Ja. It had nothing to do with the stuff that they reported on previously. The red dot stuff, all that was lies. But now that you made this video on Instagram and flashed that gun, even though those charges was false, and it was proven false after the NBA investigated, so they took no action against you. You have a mall incident, now the incident with the kid at your house. Now they're going to start all of this compoundment of this is a series of events. And now you at some club flashing a gun. You have sponsors. Your shoes are getting ready to go out across the world. Nike got rid of Kyrie Irving for you. Kyrie Irving was a problem because he sent a tweet about a video. And to rub it in Kyrie's face, they went and got Ja Morant. Like, ha ha, there'll be another one next year. We got him. Ja Morant. And they went and got Ja. So when they got Ja Morant, what happened? All these people who were against him are even more compiled. And all the people who were defending him were like, oh, wow. Now they're going to make this look like all the other stuff was legit. This is not going to be an isolated incident now. Now this is going to be a whole event. Like, look, see, he did it. Look, we told you. So now you giving these fools the ammunition to come and tear you down, as he says he's going to step away and go get some help. Well, you got to understand something. Mm. Yes, thank you, sir. Hit the like button. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Well, see, they want to embarrass. They want to embarrass you. They want you to actually, well, you got to think about some things, man. The professional athlete is probably the most disrespected human being there is in the world today. And when you think of guns in the NBA, you think of Gilbert Arenas. So for him, this is probably the biggest thing that, this is the biggest thing that anyone has probably seen in a very long time. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bust Life, Bust Life 2.0, the Dreamers Pro, and yeah, exactly. And definitely, yes, Dreamers Pro, all of them. Ticket TV, ticket's crazy, but we love ticket stuff, man. I wake up in the morning, ticket TV stuff is blasting through the TV. It is consistent. Oh yeah, it's Manchester United all day. Man, you. Well, when they say people can be fools and people can be fooled, there's a difference. You can fool people, then you got people who are just fools. Gilbert is a complete fool. He didn't just have one incident with a gun. He did a number of things that led to him basically being in Beijing. Oh, it's gonna get even more. Dreamers Pro, that was manna from heaven. He said what we all was thinking and what we all know about Gil. So it was great. Well, well, I got some sleep last night. Actually, went to sleep, woke up, came back feeling refreshed. Now, this looks bad because Ja comes from mother and father household. His sister is a great player in college. So everybody's talking about what she's finna do when she go to the WNBA. All these things. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you guys are finally here and hitting the like button because it's going to open up a Pandora's box. Let me tell you about something that happened that was not in the script to happen. You see, John Morant was supposed to replace Kyrie Irving. Okay? They were using John Morant to poke at Kyrie. Not Ja's fault, but he was being pushed. Yeah, he was being pushed all the way to the top. Now, Memphis still has U.S. Steel. Like U.S. Steel is shut down in almost every major city in the Midwest. U.S. Steel is a huge company. So, U.S. Steel is one of the sponsors for a lot of the activity that you see in Memphis. So they put their support. My grandfather worked at U.S. Steel for the steel mill. He worked there for about 40, 50 years. Almost, he was a 19-year-old kid who came all the way from down south and brought his family to the Midwest so he could start working at these steel mill companies, what they call the Great Migration, where the black families left the South and all the racism in the South to escape it and get the opportunity at jobs they had in the Midwest. So my grandfather took my grandmother, drove all the way up here. U.S. Steel was the biggest company in the world. And then something happened. And we talked about that on the Patreon. You guys probably don't really remember it unless you was on there at that time. We explained to you what happened with companies and businesses and how the manufacturing business in this country, we were strong in the number one nation because we led in manufacturing. Now we don't do that anymore. So that changes the game. You might say, well, how does this connect to John Morant? Because they sponsor the Grizzlies. They're one of the sponsors of the Grizzlies, U.S. Steel. BRS. So by them being a sponsor, right along with FedEx, they have the FedEx Stadium. It is a massive business still in Memphis, in Tennessee. So that is a big lifeline for them. And Ja Morant was being pushed as one of the stars of the league to try to alleviate people away from Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving got to a whole different level only by being himself. He was told not to come to the team because he put a tweet. Ja Morant flashes a gun and gets a 2-game suspension. Kyrie Irving had to go to sensitivity training. He's got to go through all this retooling, all of these things to get back on the team. Now, the partying wasn't the problem with Ja. All of this is the Instagram video. Now, the people that don't know who Ja Morant is, the casual people that don't watch basketball, now this is what they know of Ja Morant. And he's like, oh, the NBA star, he had a gun. They found him. Now, who's going to go buy his shoes? We would, because we going to look at it like, this is an incident. Don't really mean this is who this person is. He just made a mistake. Because what he was doing in the IG Live video is mocking the situation and the investigation and all the rumors that was going on. That's why he was pointing at the gun. Because they keep saying, oh, he pointed a gun and he did all this and he did that. So he showed a gun and he pointed like laughing. He was mocking the situation. But you don't do that if you're an NBA basketball player, a professional athlete. You cannot do that, period. So whoever's around, friends or whatever, who allowed that to happen, that's a bad idea. Him going and doing an IG Live, doing that, that's a bad idea. Now, I don't know if some friends was told him, because when he did that part of it, he seemed to be by himself when he actually flashed that piece. Because what what you don't want is to invite people to do things to you. People love to try people. They used to try Allen Iverson in different cities, in different places, him and his homeboys. They wanted to try something to see if they really what they say they are or they portray they are. And it's a lot of people that got hurt and lost lives behind all of it. Allen went to a bunch of funerals. Paid for a lot of funerals. I don't think it's his camp. I think it's the person. You can change a camp all you want. If your mentality don't change. You're not going to change. You think of Gilbert Arenas when you think of guns in a locker room. When you think of guns, period. So Gilbert Arenas is going to get a lot of attention this week. Has Gilbert Arenas ever lived down the gun charge that turned him into a convicted felon? I mean, they've been calling him Morant or Moran, like the Moran, Ja Moran, for what he's done. But right now, he's got to feel the lowest he's ever felt in his life. Because more importantly, he disappointed his mother and father more than anything. He made them look bad. Even though he's a grown man and could do what he wants to do. Last summer, the mall head of security said John Morant had a confrontation with him. No charges was filed. They investigated. A 17-year-old said that John Morant had a gun in his waistbands after an altercation with him at John Morant's house. And okay, so everybody could be caught up. Now, that case was resolved. The police they interviewed everybody. No charges was filed in the case. John Morant in the video post game with the Indiana Pacers traveling party, right? Talked about some guys with had red dots coming in there. The NBA investigated. There was no charges. So all of this was a smear campaign on John Morant to get him to change and turn around and do what the NBA wants him to do. Then Saturday morning, after a nightclub, he goes ahead and posts on Instagram Live. He makes a post about partying and showing a gun in the nightclub. Now, what that does for all the other charges or all the stuff that was no charges were filed in any of this. Now they're gonna say, yep, they pointed a red laser dot at the Indiana Pacers. Yep, I'll believe it. Yep. Flashing a gun in the mall. They're gonna believe it all now. Now, there was no gun pulled on no security guard at the mall. That is a lie. They had a confrontation with the guy, the head of security up there, when somebody was harassing Ja Morant's mother, who she called Ja and said that the security up there was harassing her. The 17-year-old, who was the aggressor in the situation, talking about he finna come back and light the place up and all that after, trying John Morant and throwing a ball at John Morant's head. and squared up on Ja, and then he lost. So then he told me, I'm finna come back up in here and light this place up. Now, I don't think he should be playing 17-year-olds at his house that you don't know, right? Then the mother was a complete scammer who tried to come in and scam and get like, we'll settle with $20 million. Settle? Settle for 20 million? No. No, we won't. So people never look at the details of what's actually going on. Y'all just look at the BS. But remember, this is the guy they wanted to replace with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie was out, Ja Morant was in. How progressive. Nike was like, we don't need you, we got another one. We're going to give him your signature shoe. How do you like that, Kyrie? Make another tweet. For a tweet, he lost everything, right? Off a tweet. Ja Morant flashes a gun. Nike ain't said, hey. Let's get on that racist company. Nike. To show you how racist and sexist they are, if they ain't the most hypocritical company in the world, they just got exploited, and I exploited them clearly for being what they are. Had the largest sexual harassment and discrimination lawsuit against women ever. Black men built that corporation, not Phil Knight. Michael Jordan, we got the interview on the Patreon right now with the CEO of Nike. Who came in 92 and turned it into a $1 billion global business. Then, when y'all face scrutiny over all these cases with all these hoes, y'all gonna fire him and everybody in that guy's sector. Gotta get rid of the brother too, because the guy above him who hired him, whose job was being saved, this brother, y'all fire him. So if you fire him, black guy gotta go too, huh? Knowing he ain't do nothing wrong. But hey, we got a new brother. Now all of a sudden you want to be proactive about women. When y'all were getting beat by Old Navy in the women department in retail sales. Because y'all wouldn't hire women into the rightful positions at Nike. And this is going down in Portland, the headquarters. So you come out and find 3-4 guys and try to blame them when it's the whole toxic behavior has been in the corporation since it was started and founded. Women have quit Nike. Like, I don't care about my $300,000 a year job, I quit. I mean, just straight quit. They ain't had nothing in place. They just said, I can't work here no more. I quit. They just hired another man who ain't do diddly squat, but because he's a man, he got the job. And y'all have the nerve and the audacity to talk about a professional athlete who makes y'all your money, who sells your product. And let me even be more frank. Kyrie Irving had a signature shoe that was working. How many signature shoes you guys had that wasn't selling? And y'all had to cut back on those signature shoes. Kyrie shoes were selling. Now, the Lakers want Ja Morant gone for the season. Of course. Laker fans, rather. Now, y'all do a lot on the internet and all of these things, but Ja Morant gave these people ammunition. That Instagram video was all they needed. That's all they needed. So you give Will Barnes, you give Stephen A. Snitch, and all of these people the ammunition to say, see, this is what we were talking about. You know, and he likes to show off to the rest of the world. The thing that you can't do is show off guns. Show off golf. Look, everybody's now you got Shannon Sharp. Look, I told you, Skip. I can't tell him no more. I done tried to tell him, Skip. Why the would somebody listen to you, Shannon Sharp? You act like you the exemplary person. You act like you're an exemplary person, Shannon. All you did was goofy stuff when you was in the league. Did goofy clown stuff all the time, playing, locking people in the locker rooms, and all kind of goofy pranks. You were a prankster. You were known as the clown when you were in Denver. You was the loudmouth. You the one got all the jokes and clapping back. That was you. Now, here's the problem. Here's a major, major problem. Right? Shannon Sharp, you went to a Laker game versus the Memphis Grizzlies, jumped up out your seat, pointing at the damn players, you like you was getting ready to fight them at WrestleMania. That looked like a WrestleMania promo. But we supposed to listen to you, to be the exemplary man of leadership. You threaten you about to fight the daddy, you about to fight security, you got half the team coming over there, and they ready to get their hands around your throat. Big Grizzly Adams, 7 foot tall, professional athlete. He about to put his hands around your neck. After all this that has went down, Nike looked the stupidest out of all this. Oh, the Indiana Pacers. Oh, oh no. The Pacers was giving them the business, right? And this guy, I don't know if you guys seen it, Duarte. Okay, let me get to you what actually happened with the Indiana Pacers bus situation. This is what they were trying to talk about that went down that you guys probably don't know about because you guys don't watch basketball. Duarte and John Morant got into it on the court. That's Duarte. Him and Ja got into it, a little scuffle on the court. It didn't really mean nothing, right? Didn't really mean a damn thing. Now Duarte walks up like, "Come on, let's get it. Me and you, Ja, let's go. We can go fight over here." Now everybody else is trying to break this up. They don't even know what's going on. Duarte's like, "Look, let's dip over here. Let's go. Come on." Ja's looking like, "Yeah, I ain't falling for this." And this guy's like, "No, no, no, come on." So Duarte is in Memphis instigating with Ja Morant. So now Duarte's like, "Look, let's dip around. Come around all that crowd. Come on, Ja. Come all the way around." This guy's like, "Hey, man, why don't you just cut it out?" Duarte's like, "No, let's really fight. Come around if you really want to fight. Come around that crowd. Meet me over here. I'm over here with it. Come over here." And Ja doesn't fall for it. And the guy's still calling him. "Come on. Come on, Ja. Come over. Just come around. All you gotta do is come around that corner and let's fight. Let's finish this." Rick Carlisle, see, this is a real problem now, so Rick runs out on the court. But Duarte is the one challenging Ja Morant. So Ja's sitting there. Ja's like, "Okay, I'm not taking the bait. You ain't finna get me." And Duarte's like, "Come on, let's fight, me and you." So Duarte wouldn't stop. He wouldn't. He's still trying to get Ja Morant to dip to the side. So now the assistant coach came up to back up Rick till they figure out what's going on and let's get everybody back. So him and Ja is talking. So he's like, "Come on, let's dip." So Duarte is the one that wants to fight. And he was trying to instigate a fight with Ja Morant the entire time. And look, he's pushing Ja now. Ja's like, "Man, look, dog, get your hand off me. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't disrespect me like that. Like, keep your hands off me." And he grabs Ja again, like on the arm. And Ja's like, "Man, what the hell wrong with you, dude? Get your hand up off me." So then another Grizzly sees it and walks in, right? So Ja right away sees this dude is trying to start something. Duarte is the one that set it off and was talking all this He-Man talk. So after the game, he's still trying to talk with Ja Morant. How many times did you hear anybody say anything about this loser Dorte and how he started all this stuff? And now and then he the main one. They put lasers in the bus, and then they was really you was talking gangster stuff all on the court, and now you the man and all this, and now all of a sudden you screaming and going to I'm telling the police. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He didn't really want to fight. Is what it was. After the game was over, he could have fought. He didn't want to fight after the game. You want Ja to fight you on the court so you can get some publicity. Ja like, I ain't fighting you on the court, but when this game over, if you want to fight, I'll kick your ass. So after the game, they was like, do you want to fight still? Do you still have this aggression that you want to fight? Let's get it. Ain't no cameras, ain't nothing around. Let's get it. He ain't want it. He wanted to go home. He was just trying to eat. So, no, you see the people that's the fakers, and then they want to go cry victim. That's the new wave. I'm going to be a tough guy, then I'm going to cry victim. When it no longer suits me, when it gets too real and get too hot, I got to cry victim. Of course they do. That's all they gonna do. Why do you think everybody's talking about it now? This stuff is the stuff at the mall. I bet you think this was like last week, right? Or 3 days ago. That was last summer. Summer of 2022. Why are they talking about this now? The summer of 2022, they want to discuss it right now. Darius McCray, you seem to don't get it. I'm not upset at Ja Morant for anything except for the IG live video. That's it. I'm upset that he put himself in that position, flashing a gun on IG live. That's what I'm upset about. He put himself in that situation because that's the only situation he ever did anything wrong, in my opinion. So I'm upset he gave ammunition to people like Wilburn and Stephen A. Now they out, oh, I told you. All these incidents of his. They took cases that were no charges. No charges was filed at the mall. No charges was filed with the 17-year-old because they were investigated. The NBA bus incident with the Indiana Pacers that I just showed y'all, who started all this, it was Dorte. He started all this. Then went and lied and tried to say, oh, they Ja Morant guys had these red dots pointing at our bus. The NBA investigated and found out that was a lie. So if they did an investigation and found out Ja Morant did nothing wrong in any of those cases, why are they bringing it up now? It is a smear campaign that was happening, and Ja Morant just sealed himself into it by flashing that gun. By flashing the gun, even though he was mocking all of the slander he was getting, you just screwed up. That was checkmate. That was checkmate. He got suspended for the IG Live video. Flashing the gun in the IG Live video. That's why he was suspended. So you guys are listening to the internet and, like all these shows, and they want to make it look like Ja Morant is doing something every week. And that's what this whole garbage is. All of this stuff is old. The 17-year-old, that's old. This the mall incident was last summer. All of this stuff has been investigated and it's over with. And they're bringing up all of this old stuff. The only thing new that happened was I was going to say last night, but yeah, Saturday morning when he came in and he partied on IG Live, and he did that to himself. So I'm upset about that. I know, Darius. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't listen to these shows. Once you investigate and you find out what really went on, you go, oh, damn. They ain't going to tell you about the 17-year-old started to fight Ja Morant. He threw the basketball, hit him in the head, and then ran up on him to fight and squared off with Ja, and then Ja got the better of him. When he tried to square off, he lost. Then he talking about, man, I'm gonna come back in here and I'm gonna light this motherfucker up. I'm coming back and I'm gonna light this bitch up. See, the 17-year-old didn't say nothing about his part and what he did. They interviewed Ja and they interviewed the kid, and the police said, oh, well, there's no charges here. There ain't no crime. You threw a ball and hit this man in the head and then ran up on him and tried to fight him. Then talking about you gonna light the place up. Yeah, that's because they jumped me. Then I said I'm gonna shoot the place up. But then you said he had a gun too. Yeah, he had it in his waistband. He went and got his gun, and his dad sent to told him to go in the house. I mean, first of all, the only problem he did was have y'all play basketball at his house. And then you want to get mad and want to fight the guy. How smart is that? Yep, the 17-year-old was the one wilding, acting stupid, talking gangster, and then the mom tried to come in and extort them for $20 million. Why are they not telling y'all that? How I'm sitting on my couch and I know that happened. You see what I'm saying? Smear campaign. So when you know all of this happened, and you see the police that chose there was nothing there to file because there ain't no evidence into it. Only thing that was factual that the boy admitted to is that, yeah, he threw the ball at Ja head and he ran up on Ja Morant. So what is Ja Morant supposed to do? You see, they don't mention that the 17-year-old is about 6'4", 6'5", and Ja is only like 6 feet tall, 6'1", 6'2". And this dude is way bigger than Ja. Even though he's 17, he's way bigger than Ja. And he ran up on John Morant. And what was Ja supposed to do? Ja could have broke his hand fighting with this kid who ran up on him. Exactly. So that's why the police didn't file any charges. Now, in the mall incident, it was bunch of yelling, but the guard, the security head of security there, was very racially disrespectful to Ja Morant's mother. And Ja Morant's mother called her son because she knows Ja got power, but she should have called her husband. Don't put your son in that. But they came up there to see what was what with the security guard. You see, people that will omit the truth and just say, oh, Ja and his crew just went in there and threatened the security guard. Why would he come threaten a mall security guy? What point would Ja have to do with the mall security guy? And that was the summer of 2022. The only thing Ja did wrong was that IG Live video. That was it. The Indiana Pacers incident, you just saw who instigated the whole thing. And then when it was time, like, okay, you want to fight for real? No, he didn't want it. And he wanted to get on the bus and go home. And then they did a bunch of arguing and yelling in the area there. And then he gonna lie. Yeah, his homeboys, they flashing guns and red lights. And the police, NBA investigated that immediately and said, no, that didn't happen. But, Ja homeboy can't come to the game for a year. They barred him for a year. And nothing was found. It was all cap and they lied. Duarte came up with a lie. That's all he did. He put red dots on us in the tour bus. They investigated. They got cameras all over the place. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way they gonna come over there and put some red dots into your car. And him and his homeboys, man, in their car, they put red dots and stuff on the team bus. Our life was in danger. They investigated it, found out it was all lies. And that was that. I know. This is why I don't react the way everybody else do, because it comes up on First Take, because that's for the casual people. What they do is they brainwash the casual people, because nobody gonna go investigate and see what's actually going on there. They know that. They know you're gonna take whatever they said on TV and run with it. So it looked like Ja Morant just had a busy week. He's just been going around just causing havoc for a whole week. Man, he just did this at the mall. I'm like, that was summer of 2022. Stop. That was over. It's done, over, investigated, no charges. Nobody pulled a gun. No one flashed a gun. They got cameras in the mall. He would have been charged. So no charges. So you can't keep getting no charges if you out here causing havoc. But this smear campaign started with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers are responsible for the smear campaign of Ja Morant, in my opinion. It is the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. In my opinion, they are responsible for all of this on Ja Morant. This is a smear campaign on him because the Memphis Grizzlies organization don't like the Lakers organization at all. And when they start taking shots at each other on social media and start saying they the team, they don't fear the West and all this, The Lakers organization and their media are spreading these allegations about Ja Morant. Once they beat the Lakers and they put up that meme with Shannon Sharp, hold his L. How you like that L, Shannon Sharp? When the Grizzlies put that out on their Instagram and Twitter live, hold that L, Shannon, and was sending that to the Los Angeles Lakers, the Lakers came right out the next day with a smear campaign on Ja Morant. The very next day of old stuff. Smear. All these LeBron medias, the ESPNs, and they leak it to the Washington Post. Allegedly, the Lakers did that. Allegedly, LeBron did that. Allegedly, the Lakers and LeBron are the reason for this Ja Morant slander. But we know what it is. Yeah, it's the Lakers and LeBron's fault, in my opinion. 100%. Yeah, Ja Morant has deleted all of his social media. So everything on his social media is now gone. He's gone dark on social media. He's just gonna focus on playing ball. You know, something that his mother and father right now are probably really, really upset about. You know, because it's embarrassing to them. You know, his sister play ball. She's good too. But it's embarrassing. But then you think of who you dealing with, the type of food you dealing with, right? You look at Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas did what? He had a gun case, right? Did he ever live that down? That gun case was 20-some years ago, but did he ever live that down? He never lived it down. One, because he never matured from the incident. He never grew up. He was the Toys R Us kid. He still ain't grown up. He's still saying the most dumbest things in the world today. But now, this is his week. Because now somebody's done something with a gun. Oh, that's any NBA player, something with a gun. They're going to go to the head list of idiots. Gilbert Arenas. They're going to pull him right out of the box. It's time to wind up that Gilbert Arenas toy. Somebody did something with a gun. Where's Gilbert? And the reason why that incident turned him into a convicted felon. And because of that, it was just the level of the mind who would say, I'm going to bring a bunch of guns and tell the guy to choose one. That is the dumbest thing anybody has ever heard in basketball history. So that's why they had to do an evaluation to see, is this guy even sane? David Stern was like, I got to make sure you ain't crazy. You need a mental evaluation. That he claims, nah, they didn't want that. I'm like, I'm quite sure they did. But he never matured. And then he started doing stuff like this. Going to Lowe's, where people go to buy, materials for the house. He thinks it's funny to drop his pants in the middle of a Lowe's. Kids are walking there with their parents buying stuff. I'm quite sure the owner of Lowe's don't want a professional NBA player, former player Gilbert Arenas, sitting on a toilet in Lowe's. But he thinks this is funny. So this lets you know what? You're doing this in public in the middle of a Lowe's. Dropping your pants, pretending to take a dump in a display toilet at Lowe's. Because he thinks it's funny. So you can see this guy has never grown up. He's never grown up. So that's the level of the mind of a man that you're listening to. Somebody, it's okay to still do things and be funny and all that, but if you're gonna tell it all the way the story really is. If you're gonna tell the Ja Morant story and tell people, like, when did this happen? Tell people that no charges were filed. Tell people what actually happened in the details of the situation. Don't tell me the headlines and then make a BS story behind the headlines and start telling me how Ja Morant is out of control. Duarte started the whole thing. He challenged Ja to a fight, right? On the court. This is why Ja Morant's friend was suspended a year. Shannon Sharpe did all what he did, right? See, this is what I'm saying. I'm finna prove to you it's the Lakers that's doing this. Shannon Sharpe incident happened, right? Shannon Sharpe did not get suspended. Shannon Sharpe did not get ejected. He can go to any game he wants, right? They did an investigation with the Pacers game and declared nothing was violated, nothing was done wrong, right? Grizzlies didn't start anything, sir. Why did didn't say the video was old? Does Ja need to say the video is old if it happened in the summer of 2022? The investigation, they already know it's old. So why would they have to do that? Now, here's why Ja's friend is suspended a year. Ja Morant's friend is damn near on the court. And the ref sees him like, hey, what the hell are you doing? And he's talking to Duarte now. And they was like, hey, man, you got to go back to your seat. And he was like, all right, all right. So, yeah, Duarte started the whole damn thing. So when everybody who saw, no, the IG video isn't old. The IG video is from a nightclub from Friday. We're saying what's old is all these so-called incidents that they're talking about with John Morant. So, yeah, now look at Duarte, who started the whole thing with John Morant and wanted to talk like he wanted to fight. And John Morant friend is getting threatened by this big 7 foot tall Indiana Pacer over there. Now watch this. Watch what he say. I'm gonna meet you and I'm gonna beat your ass. So right, the 17-year-old kid story, old. Um, the mall incident, old. The Indiana Pacers game, the only thing that happened that was new. That happened a month ago. And that had nothing they investigated, found out that was a lie. Dude, they were capping. But they wanted all the smoke on the court and in the locker room, meet us in the back and all this. Then they was like, all right, let's get with it. Let's throw hands. They ain't want to throw no hands. They want to go home. So, no. Ja's an all-star. They hate it because they want to turn people off to John Morant. And all they gonna do is piss people off enough till they gonna ride with him. So I'm letting all y'all know, according to me, the situation is clear. Charges dropped. Was never any charges to be dropped, sir. Yeah, there was never any charges. John Morant did not touch. Like, I mean, he put hands on him, but he had reason to put hands on him. So, sorry, kid. You gotta, be better. Well, it was actually a program they put together. They had some of the kids there hooping who was trying to play with professional athletes, and you know, dude like really tried to pull it with Ja, and that was a bad idea. That boy should have never, ever, 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 ever tried to do that. But I don't agree with having something like that at your home. That's what I'm saying. I would have to have that at some event. But imagine if it was at an event and then dude actually throws the ball at John Morant, and now that's an Instagram meme. So having it at his house, I guess he had total control over the footage. People couldn't see it. So now there's no footage, there's nothing all the way around the board. That's what I'm saying. You don't put yourself in those situations. 'Yeah, I blame the Los Angeles Lakers for all this. LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers is who I blame fully for all of this. 100%, absolutely. In my opinion, the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James did this to Ja Morant. That's what I told you. 2 days later, the Ja Morant slander continues after they beat the Lakers. Remember, it's in my video. This is right before he did anything, right? How do I even address this? How do I address it? Shannon Sharpe, the Memphis Grizzlies organization, understands they're the underdogs here. They don't have the bankroll, they don't have the popularity, they don't have the media that the Lakers have. But they have the hottest star in basketball in Ja Morant. And they know that they are one of the most talked about teams throughout the internet. Not on like ESPN and everything, but the internet, right? After Shannon Sharpe goes on there and keeps berating them and talking all this stuff and jumping up, waving his finger around and acting crazy, they decided to tell him to hold that L when they whooped the Lakers in Memphis. Now, LeBron didn't play, and Shannon Sharpe definitely didn't attend the game in Memphis, as I would understand, and believingly so. That is a very bad idea for him to go and attend that game. But on top of it, the Los Angeles Lakers, Shannon laughed after they put the hold that L up there for him. I thought it was funny. But the Los Angeles Lakers didn't. And what they just started to do was start a new campaign about basically the new campaign was about what could they get, to really irk and draw R from the Grizzlies team. So out of nowhere, a rhyme and reason, all of a sudden the media just starts dropping Ja Morant slander. Right? Out of nowhere. Once again, they're bringing up the 17-year-old incident. Now, Taylor Jenkins was asked about it, and he said that was addressed internally. I was aware of the investigation of the NBA. We were fully compliant with it. I think they came out with a statement saying nothing was, corroborated or found. And that's all he was going to comment about. Nothing was found. So, have you ever seen where nothing was found and they turn it into a just complete slander against Ja Morant? No. People people are going to make the decisions that they're going to make. I blame the Los Angeles Lakers. I blame LeBron James. In my opinion, that's what's going to happen. That's what happened. Oh, what they had to say about it across the league? Shannon Sharp comes in with his again. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's dangerous for young guys. Yep. All right, Dez is trying to tell him because he's a professional athlete. See, that's somebody who really got love for somebody who then lost something. Now you can tell whoever that guy is don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's throwing away his whole career for no reason, just to try to act hard on social media. This is cringe. I'll be like, oh my God. I believe that's the culprit right there. That's the culprit right there. In my opinion, he's the main culprit. He mad that the Grizzlies don't respect him. John them don't respect LeBron. You see? They don't respect him. LeBron probably did give him the gun. He probably said, yo, this for you, man. Yeah. You know, I got to look out for you out there in them streets, man. You see how they did? Man,
How they did Dolph? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give you a little something extra. Here you go. Hold that. Don't tell nobody. Ken got you. Yeah. Brian be on the phone. Hello, NBA. I just saw Ja with a gun. Yeah. Yep. We don't need that in our league. That's catastrophic. Yep. It's catastrophic. Yeah. This behavior's out of control. All right. I gotta go.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised. Well, one iota. Well, those days are over. The day for the fair one is over, folks. People are colder than 4 below. And it could be. The only thing Ja did wrong was flash that gun on Instagram. That's it. Mm-hmm. But Shannon Sharp can act like a thug and not get suspended. But Ja Homeboy gets suspended for a year. Mm-hmm. Well, he lucky David Stern isn't here. If David Stern was here, this would have got straightened out a long time ago. Wembanyama. Wembanyama. The Wembanyama sweepstakes. The Lakers gonna be in the Wembanyama sweepstakes. The NBA comes down to free throw shooting. It comes down to free throws. When you can actually hit your free throws, LeBron was in Memphis. He watched Ja get the Lakers the business. Hachimura tried to guard him. I told you, the Lakers and LeBron did this. You think this is a joke? That is my opinion. That is my belief. 100%. I've seen it happen. Just 3 days ago, nobody was talking about none of this. None of it. They got to play the Grizzlies again next week. Oop, gone. Pew. Yeah. This is my city. Yeah, father and son dapping up on the court. Yeah, got these punk motherfucking Lakers. That's what I'm talking about. They ain't, hey. Yeah, that's it, boy. They ain't shit. F them Lakers. F them. So, I don't know. See, y'all need to go watch that Lakers Grizzly game and see what was really going on. When they had them jerseys I like. Them the jerseys I like. Then they put Austin Reeves on Ja Morant. And LeBron is soft. He's, oh God, you guys got him, don't you? Somebody got him. Oh, he met him in the air. He scores. And they focus in right on LeBron's face.
Brian was this little punk doing all this finger pointing and waving at me. I got something for him. Yep. I'm calling at him. Yep. I'm dropping that info I got on him. Yep. I'm going to leak it to the Washington press so they won't know it's me. Yep. Yep. I got him. Yep. Wait till this game over. I'm calling Woj. Oh yeah, Dave McMenamin. Yeah. Don't put nothing out yet. I'm wait till it come out in the Post. I'm put it in the Washington Post. Yeah, so it looked like it came from, out there in Washington. Yep. I'm gonna do that. Then y'all go ahead and y'all double down. Yeah, we're gonna hit them. We're gonna hit them. Hit them all this week.
Now, I'm not blaming LeBron for the IG video, even though I don't put nothing past him. Everything else, all this media attention and that, I blame the Lakers organization and LeBron. That's who I blame, in my opinion. This game was a clear indication of that. Go back and watch that game again. Oh, John Morant's sister looked just like him. You ain't seen that she hoop too. John Morant's sister looked just like John Morant. That looked like John Morant in a damn wig. You be like, John, what you doing with that wig on? That's John's sister. She looked just like him. And you crazy? She don't look like John Morant. They look like twins. They got the same mouth, nose, everything. Boy, what are you talking about? That is Lil Ja. And she's a hooper too. They look like twins. Yep. So anyway, for all y'all who on the Patreon, I know you saw we started a new series on the Casino for Life Patreon. The link is in the description. We got the Charlie Murphy bodyguard stories. Part 1 has just went up yesterday. You're welcome. So we got some other stuff to do, but yeah, we're correcting a lot of things. That's for sure. So I gotta charge the phone, it's dying. So I'm going up here to put it on the charge. Great live stream. Start off the Sunday. Almost 2 hours. Get back here in the office. Get back to work for the people. There it is on the Patreon. Charlie Murphy Bodyguard Stories, Part 1 is already up and running. This is exclusively on Patreon. Will not be on YouTube. Yo, what's up, Patreons? This is something you're only going to get here on the Patreon, nowhere else, as we're going to go into the Charlie Murphy Bodyguard Stories. That's Patreon exclusive, baby. So get ready. That's part 1. Will Rick James be in it? Maybe. Stay tuned for the rest of them. Part 1 is something, but part 3 and 4, you're going to definitely die. I ain't Eddie Murphy, all right? So I had to check it. I had to challenge him. He came to me, he thought I was Eddie Murphy. Told him, I'm not Eddie, I'm not my brother. And he kept coming back to me. Oh, wait. What? Oh, baby, wait till you hear these stories, man. It's going to blow your mind. I'm out.